Kick your shoes off, take a load off. Don't go nowhere till the show's off. Oh, you know it's gonna be a movie when you got Cletus Cassidy on your TV. Yeah, already know Mr. Funny Man. Coming to you and making you laugh again. Started off on the radio, now we got the Cletus Cassidy Show. Funny Man, coming to you and making you laugh again. Started off on the radio, now we got the Cletus Cassidy Show.
Good. Oh, it's playing again. It's playing a second time. I didn't ask for it to play a second time. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another edition. I'll see you in the morning. I am, of course, your host, Cletus Cassidy. Welcome. It is Thursday. It's a day in March. I can't remember what day it is. It's March the something or other. March the 14th. There you go. March the 14th. 14 days, halfway in. Perfect time to go get your car inspected. If you're one of those people that does car inspections, this is a perfect day for it. Middle of the month. All the people who are trying to get it done at the first of the month are done. And all the people who are trying to rush at the end of the month, they ain't got there yet. This is the perfect time to go. Go get your car inspected. I don't know what made me think about that, but that's what I started off with this morning. Car inspections. One of the most ridiculous things ever. I say the car inspection is just a way for them to get money out of you. Why do they need to know what your car is doing? If it's gonna break down, it's gonna break down. That's on you. It don't matter if it's safe or not. Who cares about the safety of your vehicle? Who cares about it? It's none of their darn business, is what I say. Anyway, that has nothing to do with anything. Welcome to See You in the Morning. My personal bad idea to get up in the morning and just put out too much of my business. Just be talking my personal business, be everywhere. Personal business and be personal business and all over the place. You never know what's going to happen on this show. One thing that usually happens is that the show goes left. If this is your first time hearing this, you're about to experience something so cold. If you've been here before and you found it not robbery to come back again, I appreciate it, because you could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to be here with me, and it really, really makes me feel good. Not in a Halle Berry way in Monsters Ball, but still, it makes me feel good. Now, the only thing that I do on this show that happens every show, it happens really regularly. It's like an old man on fiber. It's real regular. Is I go in and I speak to the first people that speak to me. So if you're one of the first 3 people that speak to me, you win one of the mythical medals. So let me go out here and check out who won those medals today. Coming in, winning the bronze. PP, Patricia Pippen, is in the building with the bronze medal. Silver medal goes to TT, Tiny, and Tasty. She was on a little streak. She had been winning all the goals, but she's been knocked off of her perch. TT, Crystal Pennell, with the silver. Winning the gold this morning is the pride of North Carolina, Courtney Weston and Murphy. Hopefully you're feeling better. She said she told us yesterday it's not a HIPAA release, so don't nobody try to act like I can be sued for saying that. She told us on yesterday she was having the COVID and the bronchitis, and ain't nobody got time for that. So hopefully today, Courtney, you're feeling a little better. You're breathing a little easier. You got stuff going through your nostrils and your lungs. It's all lunging. All your body parts is doing right. So Courtney Weston and Murphy with the gold, TT with the silver, and PP with the bronze, and winning the just made up aluminum foil. The aluminum fourth goes to Pope Calvin J. Hill. Also in the building, Denzel Glover, my man Snoop's in the building. Still looking for my text message from Snoop. Told me like 3-4 days ago he was going to text message me. He came up with some excuse yesterday on why he didn't, because he was out there being a good father, blah, 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 blah. So now I'm still looking for the text. Just been holding my phone in my hand consistently. My phone still in my hand. I just hold my phone in my hand, wait on the text from Snoop. So we'll see if that ever happens. Tony Fogle, good morning, Tony. I'll be seeing Tony later on today as I'm out hosting a gala or gala, depending on what part of the South you're from, for Starbase in Portsmouth, Virginia. It's an amazing program where they got the kids in Portsmouth Public Schools learning more about STEM, not crack pipe STEMs, but STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math. I've always been a big fan of STEAM, science, technology, engineering, arts, and math, but this is just about STEM. This is about STEM. So today they have an amazing gala today for STEM. Sold out. They got a waiting list. I ain't never heard of them had no waiting list for a program, but they got a wait list. I guess they'll see who show up and then they be like, you can come on. I ain't never heard of such, but they're trying to say it's because I'm hosting it. I'm trying to say it's because it's at the casino. And people like going to a casino. Even if you ain't finna be gambling, they just gonna be going. That's all. If you have a fancy enough venue, people will come. But Tony tried to make it feel like it was because I'm hosting it that a lot of people came. Ain't got nothing to do with it. Price to China. Probably was the reason why a few people didn't come. Kept your list down a little bit. You probably would have had a longer waiting list. My man Larry Hales is in the building. Good morning. IDA Ida's here. Marche, Franita, Wilberta, Lisa Lashaunda, and Eva Tay all in the building this morning. And Sasha Fierce. Sasha Blackwell Allen. Oh, Sasha. But I believe the common pronunciation is Sasha. Because if you're satiate, then you become insatiable. See, Sasha's insatiable. You don't Sasha. She can't be satiate. Oh, there we go. And now Snoop texts me now. He texts me during the show. Because that's what people do. They text you while you're working. Good morning, Princess. How are you this morning? Now he called me. He asked me. I'm looking over the things today. I have a topic today. I was supposed to have talked about the topic on yesterday because yesterday was a Wednesday. But I'm gonna talk about the topic on today. But I got questions that I want to ask people now. Especially the ladies. I want to ask the ladies a question. I was in a discussion on yesterday, and we already have discussed before that men and women shower different. Men and women shower in different ways, y'all. We see the shower differently. A lot of women need 2 cloths to shower. There's some men that need 2 cloths to showers too. Good morning, Toy. Not to be played with. And some men that shower with 2. Some people have just a rag just for their face. I think that's the ultimate form of vanity. I just think that you vain at a whole nother level if you need to have just a rag just for your face. And then they have a rag for the body. You've got to either own a lot of rags or you got a wash machine that you use quite regularly if you're doing a 2 rag system. Then you got a towel. Now, we've never really discussed the appropriate amount of time betwixt towel exchange. How many times do you use the towel? How many times do you use the towel before? I can't save it, Snoop. That was the question for the day. I don't have anywhere else to go. But how many times do you use the towel before you got to get a new towel? I have a friend of mine, they use a new towel every shower. That's 7 towels a week per person. Or it could be 3 towels a week, depending on how many times you wash clothes. But they use a new towel each shower. How many times if you coming out of the shower clean, really, you should never have to change your towel. If you coming out of the shower clean, your towel should still be clean. However, I do know that you're not coming out that shower clean. If you go to a hotel anywhere and they got that white linen will humble you. You will be humbled every time. That white linen is gonna be gray, at least. It's hard for you to get. And you can sit in that shower and wash and scrub for hours. As soon as you step out of that shower, white linen still gonna be brown. How often do you change the towels? Keith says I can use the towels twice or 3 times. Snoop says wet towels that don't dry right will mildew. Yeah, if they don't dry right, but you gotta hang them. You hang them up, they should dry. Sasha is saying every 2 to 3 days. So that's 2 towels a week, every 2 to 3 days. Depending on how many times. Is it 2 to 3 days or 2 to 3 showers? Some people may not shower every day. Some people may shower twice or two. Some people shower morning and night. LaShonda says you use that towel twice. So now let me ask you all this question. Here's another qualifying question. These questions, these are things that we need to know and we need to establish in society. These rules, some folks don't hang their shower. Yeah, if you don't hang your towel, you got to throw that away after that first. Because if you're just gonna ball it up somewhere, that thing's no, you don't want that. What about here's my thing. If you take your shower at night, do you have to take that shower again in the morning? Nighttime shower before bed. Do you have to take another shower during the day? Do you need 2 showers a day? Are 2 showers a day a regulation? And I firmly believe men and women see this differently. And the only way I think men see it differently, it depends on your job. Like my man Snoop says he works in the shipyard. The shipyard dirt is different. You work in the shipyard, you work construction, you got to come home and take that shower. But are you taking a shower before you go to work then? If you come home from work, you take that shower, get that shipyard dirt off of you. Are you taking another shower in the morning before you go to work? Lynette said, depends on if you sweat. Snoop says, I sweat. Kimberly says 2 showers a day at least. The minimum is 2 showers a day. Depends on how long your shower lasts. Like how long you in the shower or how long your shower, like the defunctization lasts. Which one is it? Like that, like if you take a 5-minute shower, that means you got to take multiple showers. Or if you take a 30-minute shower, you got to shower again for days. Showers be wearing off. Is it the shower that wears off, or is it the deodorant that wears off, or you just at a high funk level? Some people just got an aroma. Some people, Some people don't lift. A lot of people, especially people of some girth, they don't lift and get all the rolls. You got to get all your crevices, your hiding places. Funk finds places to hide. As soon as I'm a two shower a day person. Now, if there's some hunching involved, I shower again. Okay. An extra shower after the hunch. Is that immediate? I don't know. As a virgin, I've heard that a lot of people just get that rag. You just get a rag and hit your pits and bits. Keep moving. Take a full shower later. You should be tired after you get done. So if you take it, now let me ask you this. Now, if you do it in the shower, do you have to shower after you do it in the shower? It's a lot. My nighttime shower lasts longer. My morning shower is just to get the sweat off. The night sweats. I don't understand why people night sweat. You laying there, you don't have to do it at work to sleep. Why is you sweating? So sleep is an inactive. It's just not an activity. You wear your Apple Watch to sleep, you're not gonna be moving your activity goals. You're not gonna be moving your movement goals because you sleep. You should be just laying there, looking like yourself. Got to get the deposit off. Well, I understand what you're saying, Sasha. So if you shower in the shower, you gotta unshower what was dropped off. I got you. Aries, I'm late. Good morning. You're a little late. It's all right. Hot flashes are real. That's what I see a lot of women do go through those. A lot of women are going through this, especially when they've had a pause with their men. When they start pausing their men, I get it. I understand, Lisa. Do y'all get y'all have your little personal summers, and I guess they come at night. I understand that. I understand. Now, here's one I've heard that I had never heard before. I never heard it before. Apparently, it's a real thing, but I had never heard it before. Now, not for your own private shower. I might be able to understand this one for a hotel shower or a shower somewhere you ain't never been before. But I've heard that if you've taken your shower, you already cleansed yourself in the cooling waters of Lake Minnetonka, and you're getting out of the shower, and your body touches the shower curtain or the walls of the shower, that you got to go back in and rinse all that out. Is that a true statement? Do you got to go and rinse all that off? Do you got to go rinse the shower curtain residue off yourself? I had never heard of such a thing. Never heard. And I heard it was supposedly a popular. Courtney saying, "Yup." What do you mean, yup? What kind of womanly advice? I need a man to tell me he's heard that. Keith has said he's never heard it. Kim Cat Thomas Jones with a super yes with 3 exclamation points after it. Lisa with a yes, Lord. Is that serious? Is that serious that you can't touch the shower curtain? I've never heard of such a thing. Good morning, Stephanie. I've never heard of such foolishness in my life. Thank you, Larry. As a grown man, you ain't never heard of that. You take your shower, a grown man will take a shower and roll around in the shower curtain after he's done. That's what folk that don't cleanse their shower curtain. I get that. If the shower curtain is brown, if you get in there and that shower curtain is brown, you don't want to be in there anyway. But the shower curtain, no. You got to go. Oh my gosh, the shower curtain touched me. Let me go back in and rinse back off. No, sir. No, sir. All right, I'm going to ask y'all. I'm going to see how real this show gets. I'm going to say this right here. This right here will tell me if I got riders or not. This show right here tell me whether I got real listeners that are really ready to talk about the real issues. If you hit that shower, now when you get in the hotel, I understand because you don't know what people been doing in there. Even though you went laid in that bed, that you know what people been doing in. But that ain't got nothing to do with the price of tea in China. All right, here's my question. And this one's the real one, people. Y'all gotta let me know. You get in that shower. You mid shower, you just lathered up. Even if you ain't just lathered up, even if you fully immersed yourself in water. And you get that. Wait a minute, Courtney, you going too far. You bring your own sheet. Lisa said, I only have a shower curtain. I got a sliding door. Well, everybody ain't blessed with sliding doors. Sliding doors always confuse me anyway. I can't never tell which way the door is supposed to go. Good morning, Pastor Shy. But it's time to get real with y'all. I'm asking y'all, you got in the shower, you done started to lather up, maybe. You done lathered half yourself up. You might just be completely soaking wet. You let the water run all over your body. And suddenly there's a call. And not a phone call, because we can always ignore a phone call. But nature calls. There's a rumbling in your tumblings. And you gotta go. You can't hold it out. Now, there's two levels. If you gotta pee, I believe you just gonna pee right there in the shower. Or is that just men? I think men are gonna pee in that shower because we can aim where we're going. We're hitting right there, going right into the drain. You peeing in that shower. Fellas, every fella in here, every man in here, there's no denying it, ladies. I don't care how prissy you think your man might be, how sassy he may be, he gonna pee in that shower. Joy, you can say whatever you want to. Every man in here peed in the shower. It's a rite of passage. Women will come out, step out. Men are peeing in that shower. But at number 2, are you gonna do that wet number 2? Are you gonna get on that? Are you gonna get on that toilet? Water dripping all over your body for that number 2. We know, ladies, y'all pee mechanism is different. Man, we got a water hose. It's going away from us, going right into the. I understand, lady. I had to say women pee in the shower too. Harry said, and I'll get right back in the shower and clean the toilet when I'm done so the soap don't dry up. Yeah, you don't want that dried soap on you. Now, I hope nobody poops in the shower. Now, if you pooping in the shower, I'm gonna need you to lock yourself up. You need a rubber room. Can't nobody number 2 in the shower, but number 1, you're going in. But that number 2, you sitting right there at that toilet, soaking wet. That's got to be one of the worst feelings ever. It's just no fun. It is no fun sitting on that. You slipping and sliding. You can't even stay, especially if you soaped up. If you soaped up, man, you can't even get in there. You sliding a little bit. Joy said this is concerning. Joy, the number of people that pee in the shower is probably a lot higher than you know. I'm gonna say 75% of people pee in the shower. 100% of men. 100% of men. 25 to 35% of women. 100%. 100%. There's no way you can't tell me that there's no man that's just too dignified to pee in the shower. And if he is, he grew that way. He grew into that. He didn't grow up that way. As a boy, you couldn't wait to pee in the shower. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's probably some little boys that peed in the bathtub. And while you in the tub and taking a bath. That's where you really got to get out. Keith said he gets out of there. Keith get out of there. And I don't understand why a man got to get out the shower. You got all the tools to aim that thing right at the drain. It's going right down the drain. You ain't got to stay in it. You ain't gonna get none of it on your feet. None of it. 100%. Now stepping out the now, listen. Let me tell y'all something. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. Stepping in and stepping out of the shower, I think, are the two most dangerous things we do every day. Good morning, Lakeisha. Yeah, you walked into something today. Stepping in and out of that shower are probably the two most dangerous things that we do on a daily basis. You are setting yourself up for a torn ACL every time. I wouldn't be surprised if the number of bathroom injuries is higher than the number of car accidents. That first step into that shower, I don't care if you got one of those non-slip rugs, no nothing, man. That first step into that shower, especially now, like I got a walk-in shower, so you don't really have that problem as much in mine. But when you got a real bathtub and you got to step over, that step over, because it is either way. When you step in with that first foot don't really grab hold of nothing. That's why I say don't lotion your feet. If you don't lotion your feet are still good and callous and rough. They can grab onto any surface. But a lot of y'all ladies with them smooth feet, you've been going out there getting them pedicures and stuff. Danger. It's danger out there. It's danger. You don't want none of that. It's dangerous. Then that step out of the tub, especially if you got a hot tub, you don't know what you do, and you kind of straddling that line in between the two. Danger. Now you're supposed to have. Now Larry said he got a rug outside the shower. He's supposed to. I don't know nobody who goes just raw dog and just had wet flow all over that. That's a gym. You're supposed to have a rug right outside your shower. The white. And it's interesting hearing the perspectives of this, man. So we've already come to the conclusion that 100% of men, well, 99.9, because Keith says he steps out to pee. 99.9% of men go ahead and pee in that shower. 25 to 35% of women pee in that shower. And it's a good ratio. It's a good ratio. Now, here's my question. Men, we learn a lot of stuff from women. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Ladies, y'all don't learn as much from us. Y'all don't care. When y'all find out stuff from us. Y'all don't learn from us. And women don't learn from men. Men learn from women. Women just find out stuff from men. They're like, oh, that's crazy. Like the percentage of men that pee in the shower, y'all find that out. You're like, oh. But y'all didn't learn nothing. So it's always, in my opinion, good to have platonic relationships betwixt men and women. However, these platonic relationships between men and women sometimes cause the dynamic of relationships to not work out. Women deal with it better. Men seem to not deal with it at all. Men seem to not be able to handle if she has a good male friend. Women, for the most part, are okay. It depends on the woman, of course. But let me ask you all, what is y'all opinion on you having a good friend, a close friend of the opposite sex when you in a relationship? Now, not no new one. I'm going to tell you right now, you can't have no new one. If he or she didn't have that friend of the opposite sex before y'all got in a relationship, it ain't no developing a friendship with Robert. I'm breaking Robert's neck. You can't have no new friendship with Rob. But if he was already your friend before me, then it's fine. I think what people fear is that platonic friend won't always a platonic friend or isn't a platonic friend. Ladies, y'all are in here. Some of y'all are married. Some of y'all are relationships. Courtney, Weston, and Murphy, if your husband's best friend was a lady, are you okay with that? Would he be okay with your best friend being a guy? And maybe not even your best friend, but you just having a bunch of friends of the opposite sex. I think it's a trust thing. I think it comes down to who. Larry said, I'm introduced to their male friend in the beginning. I think you got to do that. I think you got to set the standard. If she got the bus out, they just blowing at kids now. It's crazy. I think you gotta set that standard at the very beginning. If you meet him day 3, you gotta be like, look, maybe even day 1, you gotta be like, hey, look, cuz my best friend's name is Jonathan. I'm sorry to hear that, Lakeisha. I think you got to come off the top and be like, hey, my best friend is Thomas or David or Ronald. Same thing for guys. Guys, you got to let them know off the top. That's one of the things with me. My two best friends of female persuasion, Tequila and Rhonda. Off the top, you got to let lady know, hey, look, Tequila and Rhonda is here. They ain't going nowhere. Tequila and Rhonda, they in here. They real close. They in my personal business. Tequila's weird. Tequila be popping up in places. You just got to know that's just how she is. Ain't got to do with it. She don't like nobody. Fernita said, make sure the introductions are done at the beginning. Now, what about new friends of the opposite sex? What if they come up with a new friend of the opposite sex? Y'all been kicking it for a while. Everything's been good. Everything's been gravy. You and whoever. And now all of a sudden they be like, hey, I've been hanging out with such and such and so. If it's a new friend, are you allowing them to go out with them? This friend ain't been around in the beginning. This is a brand new friend. You ain't had that friend. This friend's a new friend from work. They be like, hey, man, we just hired your fellas. Your lady comes in, be like, hey, man, we just hired a new guy named Todd at work, man. We've been talking at work, man. It's really cool. Man, Todd wants us to go to lunch tomorrow, man. Me and Todd going to lunch. Are you okay with that? Lakeisha said, no new friends. Princess says HE double hockey sticks. Rhonda said he is not okay with me having male friends unless he's a homosexual. Then it's cool. I'm cool with him having female friends as long as she knows her place. Sasha Fierce says, I'm gonna trust you until you give me a reason not to. Lisa says, new friend, likely not. Lynette says, what if your best friend of the opposite sex doesn't like the person you're dating? Ooh. Larry said, we all going to lunch. Larry said, let's go to lunch. You got a new friend named Todd? Well, let's go to lunch. What time you want me there? I'll be there at 12:30. We all going to lunch together. Group trip. That's funny that y'all ain't accepting the new friend. He just got hired at the job. He didn't know anybody at the job. He's in the next cubicle. It's the guy in the next cubicle. We together every day. We work 8 hours a day, 8 hours a day, side by side. Me and Tasha, we work in the same cubicle, side by side every day. We just hit it off. We got a lot of the same interests, blah, 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 because we got to talk at work, and we just going to go get lunch. Y'all saying that's a problem? Key said, hell no. To the no. No, so here's my thing about that. I think work husband and work wives, I think that's a violation. There's a violation. I think just the whole premise of this, my work husband, work wife, like y'all in a whole relationship. That's a relationship. Work husband, work wife. That means y'all in a relationship. What's gonna happen when you see your work wife talking to somebody else? You gonna be all mad. Hey, yo, that's my work wife, cuz. No, I don't need you to have no feelings for nobody else like that. Kim Cat Thomas Jones said they can have a new friend, but no talking, texting, or lunch. Talk across the desk. You can be friends at work and work alone. Work and work alone. Look, there you go. There go Lakeisha. There it is with the trust. Y'all just don't trust the whole situation. Lakeisha done thrown in there that y'all been hunching everybody. Everybody ain't been hunching. Some people ain't even going past a solid high five with their friends. Not even a close side hug. Y'all be taking it too far. Just be work associates. I don't understand why you can't a genuine friendship. That's my friend. How long do y'all got to work together before you can be friends with them? So after 8 years of working, can y'all finally go to lunch at the same time? It's just lunch. Does that mean you can't go to lunch? What about, okay, all right, what about both of y'all going to the break room together? We both going to the break room to eat lunch. Is that all? Is that off guard? Is that off limits? You can't both go to the break room at the same time. You got to take lunch at a different time. That's all I'm asking. These are just questions. I don't know how I would deal with it. If they eat lunch together every day, that seems to be intimate. Of course, I've been friends with my best male friend for over 20 years, never physical. He took on the role of my big brother after my big brother. Y'all, why has it always got to be a sad origin story? I was right there, and then I read the last sentence. And it be that way. It be that way. For example, I'll give you a perfect example. Right here in his room. Tamara's shoemate. Tam and I didn't know each other from a can of paint. Tam graduated from IC Norcom in 1978. And so I didn't know her. We didn't go to school together, none of that stuff. I seen her publicly in some work stuff. And then we became good friends. Because we had to keep showing up at the same place at the same time. Things gonna happen again today. We'd always be at the same place at the same time. We meet and we started doing some business stuff together. And now, not only is I think she a great business person, but also a good friend of mine, right? How does that affect anything? That's a friendship that developed. Ain't nothing going on there. She checks on me, see what I got going on relationally. I check on her to make sure that I ain't gotta to shoot Nube in the knee. I just want to try to make sure I ain't got to shoot Nube in the knee. That's just my question. That's my thing. Thanksgiving happens, she be like, hey, you can come over to the house for Thanksgiving. It's just friendships. Friends be friending. But everybody can't deal with that kind of situation. Everybody can't handle that. Well, so what's the problem with that? That you developed a friendship that wasn't always there. That y'all developed a friendship. That's just what I'm saying. What do we got on that? Trust has to be on that, bro. I'm not there to see her go to the break room. There are some things you can control and some you can't. I can't dictate what goes on at work. I have to trust her to do the right thing in my absence. And I think that's what it all comes down to. I'm gonna say this right now. I would be personally offended if you had a problem with me having friends. You should know what you have at home, and if you decide to share mine without asking me, then I will be exhaling. That's my thing. I personally feel like if you got a problem with me having a friend of the opposite sex, I think it says more about you than it does me. Or it says to me what you think about me. It says to me that you're saying that you can't trust me, that you don't believe that I'm going to be doing the right thing. That's what it says to me. It says to me that you don't believe that I'm going to be doing the right thing, because I believe the onus is going to be on me to make sure I'm not disrespecting the relationship that I'm in. For example, if I have a female friend, I know she better not be buying me intimate gifts. It's my birthday. She can buy me something, just, blah, 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 blah. But she should be checking, hey, what your girl getting you for your birthday? Or I'm going to wait a couple of days. I shouldn't be going to her, giving her all my hopes and dreams so that she'll know, oh my gosh, you really need this. Now she give me a card with a little gift card in or something just because we friends' birthday. That's cool. She was like, hey, let's go out birthday dinner, drink on me. That's fine. But when she started doing stuff like, I knew you always wanted this, blah, blah, blah. She shouldn't be sowing seeds of discord into your relationship. Now that's also gonna be a tough one, right? Because what happens when You got a friend. Now, this is for all of y'all who said y'all had friends beforehand, like a Courtney Weston and Murphy. You said you had a friend for 20 years, been your friend for 20 years, nothing physical, been your friend, a big brother. What happens when that friend doesn't like who you dating? How to say, oh, they don't trust themselves. Correct. What happens when your friend don't trust who you dating? Which relationship do you let go of? The enamorous one or the friendship one? I think that's always been a difficult situation, right? And I think it comes down to the maturity of everybody involved in the relationship / friendship. Birthday dinner or drink without your significant or other knowing or is not invited is a no. I think they should always be invited, and I think they should always know. You let them know, hey, I'm going to wherever with such and such. If you want to come, I think so that's one of the things I think has to be pertinent in a friendship relationship if you do that. But what happens if the two of them don't get along? You shouldn't have to let go of either. Bree has been my friend for 400 years. Bree Anderson here. Bree has been my friend for 400 years. Bree, nobody should be jealous of Bree. Bree and I, tight like glue, been my friend for 400 years. You shouldn't be jealous of Bree. Bree will tell you, seen a lot of come, seen a lot of go. That's the whole thing. Seen Bree. I seen a lot of come, seen a lot of go. And if they don't feel right about each other, you shouldn't have to let go of either one, Savina. Vina, you said that right. You shouldn't have to let go of either one of them. Davon said, I was a friend that didn't trust another relationship. They got married and now divorced. That's my thing. How do you deal with that? How do you deal with that? If you don't like the man that if you're a guy, you don't like the man that she's with, she don't like the girl that you with. How do y'all deal with that? If the friend can't respect the relationship, the friend has to go, woo. Ooh. So I'm not talking about disrespecting the relationship. I'm just talking about they just don't gel. They don't get along. They two different people. She likes it quiet. You like it. Your best friend likes it loud. The two of them don't blend. It's not a disrespect from a relationship though, right? I don't think they don't disrespect the relationship. What if she looks at you and she's like, see, that's what I think about friendship. Friends are so hard to come by. I'm talking about true friends. You can come by associates a dime a dozen. I'm talking about real friends. So when you have a friend and that friend looks and sees, your friend can see stuff in your relationship that you can't see. Your friend can see the changes that you're making as a person, the way that person is treating you, so they can see it completely different than you do. And they can see that that's a toxic relationship, that relationship is no good for you. And you're saying because they don't get along, you should let the friend go. Should a friend ever voice that relationship ain't no good? Do you risk your friendship if you see relationship is no good? For example, I always talk about my best friends Rhonda and Tequila. Rhonda and Tequila see a young lady that's interested in me or that I might be showing interest in, and they'll go ahead and say off the top, no, cuz that ain't the one. I'm telling you. But here's the caveat they always give. But if you happy, if you happy is always there. But if you happy, they're not gonna keep trying to break us up. I don't think they'll never try to break up the relationship. But they will be like, well, all right, if you happy. Tequila comes and she asks me questions all the time. And now I tell her, don't ask me if you don't want the truth. I'll be like, don't ask me unless you want the truth. And she'll be like, hey, if a guy's doing this, and the third, I'll keep it 100% real. I'll be like, oh, yeah, that's because he got other options or he dealing with other women. It seems like, yeah, that's because that's what he's doing. I'd be 100% honest. Should you sugarcoat it? Here's my thing. because I think it gets difficult, right? I think it gets difficult because everybody doesn't understand what you got going on. So let's just say this. I want to know how y'all ladies handle this. I know dudes handle it different than ladies. I want to know how y'all ladies handle this. You friends with a guy. You and your guy friend tight. You and your guy friend is tight. Tight. I'm talking about virgin vagina tight. Y'all is tight. Y'all is in there. There's nothing coming between y'all. Y'all is tight. And you know he's dating a girl. Now, he don't give you all the intimate details of how they dating, but you know he with her. You go to your favorite restaurant for lunch, dinner. Ooh, dinner is always, I like dinner because dinner is after work hours. There's really no explaining dinner. You go to your favorite restaurant for dinner and you see the girl that he's dating at dinner, but she ain't at dinner with him. She at dinner with some other guy. What's your next move? What is your next move? Ladies, what is your next move? You a lady, you walked in, your homeboy James's girl is at dinner, but that ain't James. What's your next move? Y'all keep it 100 with me. What's the next move when you see James's girl enjoying cheddar biscuits with another man? Hey, friend, come meet me for the twin. Where have you been? Hey, come holler at me. Come eat dinner with me, friend. I'm snapping that picture, cutting my eye at her. Make sure. Bree said I'm speaking, letting her see me. Sasha said, I'm just going to mind my business. Walk up and say hello. That's crazy. Tony said, go say hey. Y'all is with the petty. Then go say hey. Hey, girl. Y'all gonna ask about your friend too. Hey, girl, hi, James. Weak. Hey, girl, hi, Franita said, I'm pulling up a chair. Wait, you weren't invited to the dinner, though. You already got your own table. That's exactly right. Kill said the same thing I said. Go ask how my friend is. Hey, girl, how James doing? He good? What's up, my man? How you? You know her boyfriend, James? But here's the thing. At this point, right, all that's been established is because here's the thing. You could be messing it up, or it could be a situation where she be like, nigga be like, I know she with James. I don't care. I'm out here. That's James. What if it's nothing though? What if it's nothing? I'd have said minding my business like she minding hers. Yeah, what if James, is it? So again, I'll throw me into the mix, right? I have friends who are ladies. I have friends. Tam is my business partner. Tam has a whole man out there in these streets. So all y'all dudes that's out there that's thirsty, go ahead and find you another beverage. Somebody already drinking out of that cup. I don't know if it's literally and figuratively, but somebody's drinking out of that cup now. It ain't nothing for me and Tam to have a meeting. We recently, Tam and I, and it's funny because when people see a man and a woman at a table together, they automatically assume that they're together, right? Just recently, Tam and I, we were discussing, I forgot what it was. We had to have a meeting to discuss something I was doing with the career. And so we met at Yard House to discuss it. So we both at the Yard House. We sitting at the Yard House. She had one end of the table, at the other end of the table. That's my friend. It's my friend. I order appetizer. Hey, you want a nacho? You good? Boom. We sitting at the table. So somebody, she got a whole man out in the streets now. I'm 1,000% sure her man knows who I am and whatever that is. So, and anybody that I would deal with would know who Tam is. So if you went and decided to snitch, you just be looking crazy on your own. But somebody could be like, they could snap that picture, bam, bam, bam. So it's really nothing to it. So what if y'all in a relationship, it's a budding relationship, and you go and send pictures. Look, I seen him at the bar with such and such. Yeah, that's he said he was going to the bar. I knew that. I'm good with that. I appreciate it. How do you handle that if you're the friend? Do you risk it not being anything and now you look kind of crazy? If it's nothing, it will be okay because I'm certainly gonna tell. Kim Cat said they better have some paperwork on the table and be at a tense business meeting and drinking water or coffee. He better speak and introduce me as the woman's friend, no food. You can't sit at the bar. People make deals at the bar all the time. Depends on how cozy they look. That's crazy because I think the level of friendship that y'all have, the cozy y'all will be. So, for example, if you see me with Ron and Tequila, we don't look like we adverse. Those are my two best friends. We've been through death, life, birth, all of that kind of stuff together. So, if something were to happen, let's just say if Rhonda's having a bad day, she's depressed, I'm quick to be like, "Hey, girl, come here, give me a hug. It's gonna be all right." And I give her a hug. Now somebody on the outside will see us hugging. They be like, I seen him hugged up on some chick. Savita said, I'll risk it if it's a true friend. I will risk it. I will risk it for that biscuit. No risk it, no biscuit. It's amazing. I think the dynamics between people is just so weird. Larry said, my woman will know what I'm doing anyway because I'm going to tell her. No, you always be like, hey, I'm going to a meeting. I'm doing this. You tell her who the meeting's with and she cares. I think the trust has to be there. The trust has to be that. Now, that's a beautiful thing. We can tell your woman, hey, I'm going to a meeting with such and such and so. I think even as a man, sometimes you got to let your woman know way more than you're supposed to. Hey, just in case somebody tell you I was with Tina. If anybody come up and tell you they saw me with Tina, I was with Tina. We was both at the same place at the same time. I have a unique career, so it's different with me. Like I might be with a female comic, and me and the comic just might be sitting together, and people will look like, oh, what they doing together? No, I was just with the comic. It's Shay Shay Funny. I was just with Shay Shay Funny. We was just together. Don't let nobody tell you no different, man. And I'm different. Like if I go to a comedy club or whatever, even though they got security, this is just a me thing. Let me just tell y'all, this is just me. This is not everybody. This is just me. I'm protective of people. So if I'm on a show, if I'm on a show with female comics, even though they got security in the club, if I'm near her, if it's somebody that I like, I ain't gonna lie to you. If it's somebody that I don't have any relationship with, I don't really know them, I'm gonna give them a general overview. I'm gonna be generally protective of that person. That's just how I am. So I'm gonna make sure that they good. You good? You ain't by yourself, are you? You can get downstairs. You can make it to your car. Like all that stuff. Like I'll walk them to their car if it's an outside kind of thing. I ain't never met them, but that's just me being me. That's the gentleman in me. For example, I got to go do a show in Philadelphia this weekend. Barbara Carlisle is on the show. If Barbara Carlisle was walking out to her car, I wouldn't let Barbara walk out by herself. I'm gonna walk Barbara out to her car. It's gonna be after the show, walk her to her car. I don't need nobody to be like, I seen him walking with Barbara to her car after the show. And now she got to get a whole phone call from my woman. And so now it's gonna be, hey Barbara, this is Shirley. I can't let that one pass. The Barbara, this is Shirley. I had to let that in. I had to get that in there. Hey Barbara, this is Shirley. I had somebody take a pic and send it to my husband, another female, and it was my first cousin. It was your cousin. Sasha, he was just out with your cousin. I was out chilling. He known her, not biblically. Now, here's my thing now. Here's what's important. Here's a different caveat. When they on a friend date, who got to pay for it? Do they got to stay Dutch? Are you upset? Are you upset if he pays for the friend date? Now, Generally speaking, because this is with my male friends and my female friends. Generally speaking, is Dutch. Every now and again, everybody will pick up for somebody else. I hang out. My friend Bernard, he's knocked me down on his friendship list, but I used to be real tight with my boy Bernard. Me and Bernard used to be tight. We'll go out places. Bernard will be like, man, don't worry about it. I'll pay for it. Or sometimes I'll be like, man, I got it. I'll pay for it. And it's not often. Like once every 3 to 5 meals. Once every 3 to 5 meals. And sometimes you go out with your friends, you be like, you know what, I got it. Don't even worry about it. Depends on what's happening. I think it just depends on the situation. But generally speaking, when you go out as friends, everybody's expecting to pay for themselves. I think you paying for the meals changes things a little bit. Larry, I think you're right. I'm letting my woman know that I'm walking a person to the car and she can be on the phone while I walk with her. I think the best relationships is when it don't matter. When you ain't got to sit there. I think when you got to go through all of those levels of security, it's got to be some mistrust somewhere. I'm telling my woman, I think there's some mistrust somewhere. When she don't trust you to walk somebody to the car, I got to get on the phone. Hold on, I'm going to walk you to your car. Let me call my girl, though, so she can hear the whole situation. If I was the woman being walked to the car, I wouldn't even want to be walked to the car. I'm just like, boom. Larry said, I'm treating because I'm a gentleman. And that's the thing. I think a lot of people don't see that part of being a gentleman. Don't worry about it. I got it. You good. Just gentleman, being a gentleman. It don't mean that you care for them. You just be like, I'm a gentleman. That's an old school thing. Larry said, my friend should already know me. I'm treating. And I ain't even gonna lie to you. I think that's both ways. I've been places with Larry, and Larry be like, man, you drinking? I'm like, no, man, I'm gonna get you a drink. Larry be like, I'm getting you a drink. Larry be like, we're going to lunch, man. No, I got it. Now it's hard because two men sometimes be like Brahma bulls fighting over the check. No, I'm paying for myself. But no, I get it. If you got real friendship, you be like, man, well, next meal's on me. That's how that works. I don't know why that dynamic should change just because it's somebody of the opposite sex. I ain't never heard that one before. It's all about trusting your spouse or spice. Now, is spice multiple spouses, or is you a spice until you become a spouse? Lisa said, calling me while you walk someone to the car is ridiculous. I'm not insecure. So I think that's an insecurity. I think that's an insecurity thing on one or two people's part. I think it's either insecurity on your part or her part. And now, if you in a situation where you walk into that car, seems like you sending her a signal, you might want to tell her, hey, man, I'm talking to my girl on the way in. But you should already be handling that whole situation like, hey, man, I'm just walking you to your car. Ain't nothing going on. Because a lot of people, a lot of times, I ain't even gonna lie to you, a lot of times you give off mixed signals. It's very difficult for men sometimes to be gentlemen in this year of our Lord 2024. I ain't gonna lie to you. In the year of our Lord 2024, sometimes it gets very difficult for you to be a gentleman because a lot of people pick that up. They haven't been treated nice before. So they think if you treat them nice, you trying to GTD. Treating a woman nice is not meaning that you trying to get the draws. For example, I'm in a fraternal organization and I have a sister organization and I believe that I need to be nice to them. And just because I'm nice to them don't mean I'm trying to get the draws. If I see them in a situation, I'm looking out for them. Sometimes if we go out and I'm there with the sisters, hey man, I got it. I'll take care of the sisters. I've seen some of the other brothers do it, and that's where I even picked that up from. I seen some of the other brothers, they go out and the sisters, they be like, no, sisters don't pay. We got it. We taking care of the sisters. That's my sister. I'm taking care of her. I'm supposed to look out for her. I mean, I'm trying to get the draws. I've been in situations where they look out for their brother. They be like, oh no, We was at a retreat. I was getting up to go get my food, and they were like, "What you getting up for?" I was like, "I'm getting ready to go get my food." They were like, "No, we serve the brothers." I'm like, "Oh, okay, cool." So now I wasn't the only brother there with some other brothers. So they were like, "Hey, you know what I'm saying? Blah 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 blah. I'm taking care of all of y'all." Okay, cool. So it don't mean being nice does not mean that you're trying to get the draws. Being nice don't mean you're trying to get the draws. I just want all y'all ladies to know that sometimes men are just being nice to be nice. It's just not enough niceness in the world today. If I tell you, hey man, you look nice today. First of all, I don't know what you looked like yesterday. I don't know what you're gonna look like tomorrow, but I do know today that when I look at you right now, you look nice today. If I'm holding the door open for you, okay. If I'm holding the door open for you, I am being chivalrous, but I'm also trying to check out your cheeks. But just because I check out your cheeks don't mean that I want your cheeks. I ain't gonna lie to you. A lot of times if I'm out in the streets, I'm holding the door open for a lady, it's a free opportunity for me to get cheek views. I'm trying to check out the cheeks. But also not saying that I want her cheeks. You just be like, hey, it's cheeks. We out in these streets, there's cheeks in the streets. Check out the cheeks. You check out the cheeks. Now I definitely get it. Now, Larry, here's the thing. If I feel like now I understand the safety thing because you don't want to know, you don't want nobody to say nothing, but it's crazy because you would just hope that you ain't walking nobody to the car that's gonna be like, he felt both my cheeks and rubbed up on my areolas. I get it. Larry said, I paid for a woman's gas the other day. She said, thanks, but asked me, was that it? I said, yes. Why? She said, usually a guy wants something in return. I said, no, not me. Well, that's a big step, Larry. I ain't gonna lie to you. Usually if a man's paying for gas, he wants something that rhymes with gas. That's a big step. Paying for gas in this economy, $3 a gallon. Yeah, usually if you're paying for gas, you want something that rhymes with it. So I get why she asked. I can understand her being a little apprehensive. Now I go in the store all the time, but it's usually little old ladies, which that's what I like. I'm for the cool because I like my women seasoned. But I usually go in there if I see that little old lady buying a can of Vienna sausages, some crackers in front of me. No, you know what, ma'am, I got it. I've surprised a lot of women. A lot of women don't even know how to deal with it. A lot of older women, you be like, they'll try to put their money up there, and the lady at the register say, "No, he's paying for it." They'll look at you like, "You sure?" They'll look so surprised because they ain't had nobody do nothing nice for them like that before. I've had people break out into tears because I didn't know their situation. They feel like, "Oh my God, I'm just barely getting by." So I don't mind. I don't mind doing that. So now, no. So Marsha, you say pay it forward. I pay it in reverse. I got to see how much they total came to first. I ain't even gonna lie to you because I'll see them ladies with a little bit of stuff on there, and I'll be like, okay, let me see. I might be able to get that. Oh, 15. Nah, I'm good. It's like $4-5. I'm like, oh yeah, I got that. I got you. $4-5. Yeah, I'm on it. No, you know what? I'll take care of hers. I do the same thing for kids, and so it's crazy because this is just the type of we live in a society now where doing good for somebody can be so evil spoken of. Like if I see kids in the store, like I see kids in the Dollar Tree, and you can see that they scrambling with their little $1 or $2. They ain't got but a couple of dollars, and they trying to buy some chips and a soda. I feel like I want to go ahead and get it for the kids. Yo, I got it. I'll take care of the kids. Y'all good. But then at the end of the day, you don't want people to be like, look at him. Look at him grooming. He grooming them kids. I'm not grooming. I just want people to pay for me. I'm not grooming. I'm not grooming the children. It is not an SVU case. I see some kids. I've been a kid with my last 2 quarters trying to buy some candy. Man, now I got a whole nother attempt to buy some candy because an OG bought me some. I'm good. That's crazy. Saying I don't even know how to deal with somebody paying for something for me. I'm so used to doing for others. I get confused when someone wants to do something for me. And you do. You do that, throws Tam's whole day off. Tam, she just becomes a flaming idiot. And the time I got, Tam will rush to try to pay the bill for you. I got it. I'm paying for everybody. We don't need you to. Does not compute. Does not compute. I don't know who these people are that are paying for gas. Well, where the ladies at that pay for gas? Cause y'all I'll even go to Sam's Club where the gas is cheaper. Where the ladies at that be randomly paying for gas? What do I got to do? Do I got to pull a pants leg up or something? Do I got to show a little hip? Whatever it is. Do I need to have my pecs out? Do I need to be like Charles and not even worry about the rest of my body? Just get some abs drawn on real quick. Get the plastic surgery abs, the GBL, the BGL, the Brazilian gut lift. What I need to do? Because I ain't never had a lady pay for no gas for me. I ain't never had a lady pay for anything for me, really, not no random. What I need to do? Going to say my husband tried to pay for a lady's gas. She got offended because she thought he wanted more. So he paid for the lady on the other side. Then the original lady asked him to pay for hers when she realized he was just trying to be nice. Nah, heifer, you lost that chance. I tried with you. So I understand, though, because I know women go through a lot. I know women get hit on a lot out in these streets. So a lot of women get a whole attitude. The one answer that I hate more than anything is I got a man. How you doing today, Miss Lady? I got a man. So does that mean you're not doing well? I don't think that's the correct answer. You're doing good. Hey, ma'am, I'll pay for that for you. I got a man. Okay. All right. Okay. That's what we're doing. Is that what we're doing? Davita is correct. I just had a chicken. Listen, that's a personal story. I went out. That's a hilarious story. So listen, we were at a conference. Davita, bring this up. We were at a conference and it's a hilarious story. We were at a conference in New Orleans, and we all go to the conference, and a group of us go out to eat. And we go to a restaurant, and they get the bill. And they decided to do the whole thing. Nobody said this in the beginning. This wasn't something I went into knowing was going to happen. We went in and everybody was like, we just going to do if it was 12 of us, we just doing a 12-way split on the bill. Now we went to a fancy restaurant in New Orleans. People had ordered all kinds of stuff, shrimp, crab legs, mussels, all that kind of stuff. I just had the chicken. It came time to get the bill. And they was like, all right, everybody putting in $45. I was like, I just had the chicken. Chicken was $14.99. I didn't even have an alcoholic beverage. I just had the chicken. And I didn't say it in a loud way, but I just wanted everybody to know, like, in my head, I was like, how did my chicken come to like $50? I just had the chicken. And so Savino was there. Savino was like, I got you, brother. Don't even worry about it. Because I was just like, I'm willing to pay my part, but I just had the chicken. I just had the chicken. I don't even know I don't even know why I'm here. All I did was had a chicken. I just had the chicken. Chicken. That's all I had was the chicken. That's crazy. That's great. You don't ever want to be in that situation. I just had the chicken. You never want to be the I just had the chicken person. I'm looking around. I was like, well, how did my chicken? I'm looking. I was like, I asked the waitress, can I get a copy of the menu again? I'm just gonna look. Chicken was $14.99. I just had the chicken. I didn't even have no appetizer. I can't even eat shellfish. I'm here. I'm risking my life. I'm risking my life to even be here right now. Y'all all eating crabs and shrimp and all that stuff around me, and I'm allergic. I'm almost gonna die just to be here. Then y'all gonna also tell me I gotta pay $50 for my death. I just had the chicken. That's all I had. I just had the chicken. Great conversation today, man. Let me get y'all out of here, man, because we have been on here way too long. The word of the day today is emulate. If you emulate someone or something, you try to be like that person or thing. The word is used especially when one is trying to equal or surpass someone in accomplishment or achievement. She grew up emulating her sports heroes. Younger children will often try to emulate the behavior of their older siblings. Emulate. Some of y'all don't even know how to be yourselves. You've been out there trying to beat somebody else. Ain't no use in it, man. Let today be a day where we're not emulating anybody. We're just going to decide to be our true, authentic selves. We're gonna be our true, authentic selves. Just be you. Don't try to emulate stuff. Don't try to do everything that you see everybody else do, man. Today is a day that you could just be you. I guarantee you that today, man, if you just you for the day, don't try to be like Bob, an accountant. Don't try to be like Mary Sue. Just be you today, man. You're gonna feel so free, no matter how flawed you may be. Oh, I didn't do news, weather, and sports. Thank you, Courtney. Y'all got to keep me on the thing. I did the word of the day. I was going to leave. But yeah, just be yourself today. Emulate. And news, I didn't even have no news. I'm telling you, the biggest news now is here in my city where the young kids are killing themselves. It's crazy. I got friends who are school counselors. They going out there and they being put in the position of being grief counselors. And I'm going to just tell y'all one thing. 25, 30 years ago, man, you ain't have to be a grief counselor if you was a school. You just had to be a guidance counselor. All you had to do was guide. That was all you had to do. You guided. You guided people. Now, man, they got to put on so many hats. So big ups to all the educators, man, the school counselors, man, everybody that's in those positions, especially when you start seeing lots of kids getting killed. We had 3 kids get killed over the last couple of days here, just senseless gun violence. I don't know why they say senseless. There's no senseful gun violence. This ain't the old Wild West. So we can't even count that. But just say a prayer for educators, man. Say a prayer for kids, man. They're going through a lot more than we ever went through as kids. I think I look back over all the years that I was in school, and we may have had 2, maybe 3 kids pass away the whole time I was in school. It was always tragic. But now these kids today, man, are getting 2, 3, 4 per year. 2, 3, 4 per year. It's crazy. It is now. We have now gotten to a time where kids are dealing with grief so much earlier than they've ever had to deal with grief. And I'm talking about friend grief. We've all had stories of losing a cousin, an aunt, grandma, some of that nature at a young age. A lot of times before you can even remember, even when you start having, middle school, high school, you lose a family member, an old aunt, a distant cousin. But we never had to deal with classmates going there every day, seeing that empty seat in that classroom for the rest of the year. That ain't something that ain't something you're supposed to deal with as a teenager. I don't care what anybody says. That's not something you're supposed to be able to deal with. That seat in that class is supposed to be there. I remember certain classes when they would graduate, they would kind of hold a spot in line for that one person in their class that passed away. Like I said, my son had 4 friends get killed before he was 21. That's crazy. We got to stop. We have to figure out a way to stop these kids from having to have these RIP t-shirts. These t-shirts, they now got a closet full. It's crazy. It shouldn't be that way. We got to figure out something. And a lot of people it bereaves me a bit because I see a lot of people who want to help and can't figure out how to help. They don't know what the solutions are because we just don't. It's a nationwide epidemic. It's not, a lot of people try to say it's just the city that I live in. No, it's every city. It's all over the country now. It's all over. Sasha said, working in the courts, that is most of my caseload, gun charges. Got a young lady that shot in the mall. Crazy. These gun charges, they don't fight no more. They just go out and they shoot. We got to figure out a way. I'm going to tell y'all what, it starts at home. I know a lot of people don't want to believe it, but it does. It starts at home. Sometimes you got to just be overprotective. Like, you got to be overprotective. Like, your kids may not understand it at this point in time, but let them deal with the fact that they didn't get to party as a kid when they become an adult. Let them deal with that when they become an adult. Be like, hey, hey man, as a kid, you ain't never let me. I ain't let you go nowhere. We went everywhere together. Especially when you start raising young men. Especially when you start raising these young men, man. My son, we just gonna have to party together, son. I do not look forward to the social aspect of my son going to high school. I do not look forward to it. I do not look for it. Is not something that I am looking forward to. So I'm intentionally trying to keep him in events, trying to keep him in stuff, let him keep playing sports, let him keep being in activities, clubs, something. So that I know where he's going, that he's going to an event, a situation that is closely monitored, that is regulated. I do not feel for teenage parents. Marshay said, I got two sons, 24 and 20. I do not feel for y'all. That has got to be the scariest age to have boys, especially young black boys. And I'm not taking away from white parents, but I do not believe. I just don't. I don't believe that white parents have the same level of fear when they let their kids leave the house. Hey, Ma, going down to Billy's house. Okay, have a great time. That's it. That's all they get going out the door. Black kids. Hey, yo, Ma. Hey, yo, bruh. I'm going down the Raekwon house. No, you're not. Let me get in the car. I'm going to drive you down there. Ain't no way you walking down there. Matter of fact, where y'all going? What y'all going to do? It's crazy. It's crazy. Y'all got to be prepared. Be ready for it. It's different. That was news. I don't know why news took us on that left. That was a left turn. That was a different kind of left. But I definitely pray for the parents, man. Praying for everybody. Starts there. And we got to start early. Y'all may not think we need to start early, man, but in kindergarten, first grade, second grade, third grade, we got to start telling kids, nope, guns ain't what you want. Violence ain't what you want. You don't want to be in a gang. I'm talking about drill that thing into their head every day. Like, hey, little Timmy, what's 2 + 2? 4. And 4 is a gang, and we don't do gangs. Like every day. Just make them if we got to be hyperbolic with it. What happens if you join a gang? You die. That's right. It's crazy. Shannon said, my son leave, I got to tell him, don't take a backpack. Take the hood off your head. Keep your hands out of your pockets. It's crazy. White parents should tell their kids, go. Y'all go have a ball. Go have fun. It's different. It's a different level. It's a different level. 3 years. You got to start them early. That's right, Marshay. Breastfeed them while watching Scared Straight. I'm going to take your eyes off the titty. Look at this. You hear what he said, don't you? He likes you and he wants you. We do this the easy way or we can do this the hard way. Weather, man, we still going to have another beautiful day, I think, today. Yesterday was crazy. Yesterday, it was so nice outside. Yesterday, listen, I had my calves out yesterday. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Had the calves out yesterday. You can see a little leg yesterday showing it. I was showing a little leg yesterday. Might do it again today. Talking about it's gonna be 75 degrees here today. That means that next week is gonna be 32. Next week it's gonna be chilly. I'm looking at the lows for next week. 31. But it's supposed to be 78, Larry. Sunday is not. Listen, Shannon, don't get me excited. It's not quite sundress season yet. We still got a little time before it's sundress season. Sundresses until we can get 2 weeks of solid weather before we start wearing sundresses. But God knows, thank you, Lord. Listen, I bless the name of whoever made sundresses. I bless his name. I bless his name. It's the most beautiful thing ever created. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. That was news, weather, sports. Norfolk State women and men, I believe, won last night. So they're going on to the next round of the MEAC tournament. Quarterfinals right now. They're going into the semifinals. So I'm excited for them to make it to the semifinals. Hopefully both teams can win. The men and women's teams can win and then go to the NCAA tournament because I think that's the only way they're going to get in. I don't think either one of them are going to be automatic qualifiers. So if they can both win the tournaments, it'd be fantastic to see them playing in the NCAA tournament. Sundresses with the wind blowing. Come on here, Larry. That's my screensaver right now on my TV. Whoever invented the sundress, we thank you. A real American hero. You're G.I. Joe. You are G.I. Joe. All right, we out here. That's news, weather, and I did sports. All right, I'm out here. And, man, make sure y'all make somebody feel good today, even if that somebody just happens to be you. Y'all can do it. I believe in you. It's always like that. We went a little over today, but I think y'all enjoyed it. And if y'all didn't enjoy it, you shouldn't have stayed around. I'm a man for tomorrow. More willing to speak no right. Peace.
Kick your shoes off, take a load off. Don't go nowhere till the show's off. Oh, you know it's gonna be a movie when you got Cletus Cassidy on your TV. Yeah, already know Mr. Funny Man. Yeah, coming to you and making you laugh again. Started off on the radio, now we got the Cletus Cassidy Show. Cletus Cassidy Show. Already know Mr. Funny Man. Coming to you and making you laugh again.